Today I want to talk about investing in real estate. I'm with LePage. I've owned short, long-term rentals. I worked with several investing clients. Here's some photos of a short-term rental I used to have in Revelstoke, BC. It was a condo, and one of the nice features we had was a custom-built queen over queen bed frame. And that helped add more beds, get more people in that rental. And yes, I am wearing the same shirt as in the picture. So investing in real estate. I'm just going to do a brief analysis of a client's investment. He did a purchase and sale of a long-term investment here in Saskatoon. I know the numbers. I was the realtor for the purchase and the sale. So that's where I got most of my information from. And I talked to the client, got some of the numbers from him as well. A few I just inferred too. Is it passive income? It all depends. Depends what you call passive. Ideally, you can get a good house, good renters, and just set it, forget it. If there's an issue, they give you a call. Hopefully no issues. We're currently in a strong rental market, and buying investment property gives you opportunity to leverage your money. You can put as little as 5% down and own a $50,000 or $500,000 property, and you control that investment. So how did a shelf stocker at a grocery store become a successful real estate investor? The investor's middle-aged, worked at Loblaws. He stocked shelves at night. He was very responsible with his money. Saved, and then bought this property. He didn't receive any outside help with the purchase. And just a note that not all investments are equal, and past performance does not guarantee future returns. What did he buy? The investment was a 5-bedroom house in Hampton Village at a 3-bedroom main level and a 2-bedroom suite. It was purchased in 2021 for $375,000. My investor had to do a 20% down payment. And just my calculations, I used a mortgage rate of what kind of today's rates are, 4%. And he self-managed that property, and he didn't have to do any major renovations or repairs. This is what it looked like when he bought it. He had renters in it. Honestly, nothing special about it. No problem. It was just a house. Not the best layout. Had kind of a quirky little deck that could have came off the side of the house, but it would have been 12 feet long and 4 feet wide. So I'm just showing that not every house you buy is 10 out of 10. And here's the numbers. Income from the main and the basement suite, $3,000 a month. The renters paid all the utilities. So the landlord had to pay for the taxes, the insurance. I put an expense in for vacancy if they had a changeover and it was vacant, and putting money towards repairs. His mortgage was about $1,578 a month, and the cash flow. So every month he's making about $637 in cash. When he bought the property, he needed about $77,500 down, and his cash flow for that year was $76.46. So it all works out to be about just under 10% return on investment, and that kind of keeps up with like the S&P 500. Most good investments. And this is the sale condition back in 2025. We did a little bit better staging, a little bit better pictures. Up on the top there, that was where the door of the deck was supposed to be. We had some questions about it. It's just not the best layout. And in the bottom was just pictures from the suite, renter occupied. And the summary, the sale price was $525,000. The net income over the 4 years of renting was just over $30,000. Profit from sale was $150,000 minus realtor fees and closing costs. So he came out with $132,000 from the sale, and he also paid just over $30,000 off in the principal for the mortgage. So the income and the sale was about $160,000, plus he paid off $30,000 in principal as well. And all this from the initial investment of $77,500. And that, of course, was 20% down. If it's your first home or there's other situations where you like to put 5% down, Spencer knows all that stuff. And closing, the investment was a success. He had positive cash flow every month. The market appreciated, and he was able to leverage his money. And the main takeaway is that this investment offered a stable rental income, a strong long-term appreciation, a growing market. And after the sale, he was able to make it rain. But of course he didn't, because he's quite frugal. He just invested his money elsewhere. And yep, that's everything. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want more in-depth questions or an analysis, come talk to me after. Yes.
So you think if we buy a 500,000 or more house today, would it be worth renting it? Like you would have enough rents to cover that mortgage and have a positive cash flow?
It all depends, yes. Right now, you'd have a small cash flow, but and the rents keep increasing. If you buy a $500,000 house right now, in 5 years, your rent's going to be, you don't know how much higher, but they'll be higher than they are today. So your cash flow is going to increase as well. For that example, I just had just a static picture of when he bought it and the rents. Yes?
Was that a full rental, or did he have the basement and the upstairs?
It was separately, yeah. So he had the 3 bedrooms upstairs rented to a couple, and then the basement suite was to a single male. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.